Hi, America. Mail call. I want to answer a few pieces of mail that I've gotten here in the last little while, and we're going to start as always. Last one's first. It's not like I'm sitting around waiting to type in responses for everybody. So once in a while, you might catch me at home when I sign in, and if I have the time, I'll sit down and I'll write a nice letter. But mail call. First of all, Shellward wants to remind me of the rally for the Republic, and she's absolutely right. Ron Paul is a great choice. I know his I have problems with his initiative on the U.S. birthright, which is something he's spearheading, denying people the ability to say that they were born in the United States at birth, even though they were born on American soil. I have a problem with that. I also have a problem with his abortion policies. He is pro-life through and through, and my difference between he and I are I'm not pro-life, but I'm not pro-choice, but I'm not pro anything. I'm pro the people, and it's up to the individual and their individual rights and how they choose. And that's what I'm for. And even if the choice of that individual goes against your personal beliefs, they're still constitutionally correct for being able to do that. Now, moving in, truth be told, writes in that Bush signs a $162 billion war spending bill. This is money that's already been set aside for the pipeline, and they allege there's no way to stop it. Once the monies began to roll, it will remain in the roll. And tough crap to you whether you like the policy or not, because the money's already there. What money? Federal Reserve money. We don't have to recognize their money. Now, Medusa72 writes, "It would be a few weeks before I can send money. It's such an irony, but and you don't have to send money for actual donations. I'd like to have the nonprofit organization up and running. Right now, what I'm doing is selling off some gold in order to fund the NPO, because I don't want to shell out $5,000 of my own money. And if I sell off some nice jewelry, you'll get something which isn't free, so you don't feel like you gave away anything, but you're also recovering something which is solid 14 karat gold. And if you don't have the money to send it, don't worry about it. I mean, I understand. I see the economy. I see what's going on in the country right now. No one has any money. Now, moving on to Chris Fickey. I tried to go to your eBay store, but could not find it. Could you send me a link? Yeah, I could, and I will. I'll just tie it in right over here. Now, I have a lady who's been contacting me, and our relationship sort of become awkward. So, Miss T, I'm going to say this right now. I don't think of you as a combatant. I'd like to think of you as a friend. It doesn't mean that you think of me as a friend. I hardly know you. I know nothing about you. We've shared a couple of emails, talked a couple times. I understand your position. I know that you're being stalked, and it's made you fearful in your life, and it makes you leery of anyone that you meet, and rightly so. But that's part of that infraction on the Constitution of your liberty. And when you talk about me like I've been talking bad about you, I don't know anything about you to talk bad about you. I'm I can't say that you're paranoid, because I find that some people are being stalked, and there's actual foundation in this belief. And if you're going to rob someone's home, or deprive them of their liberty by stalking them, then you've infracted the Constitution. I mean, do something about it. Take charge in your own life. Don't sit in fear, and don't think others are talking about you, because we all have better things to do. You know, J.N. St. Mark's proof of the World Health Organization is really Oprah's new Gaia religion, or Gaia religion. Yeah, Gaia being the strong woman. Good for you. Uh, Oprah's going to hell, so good for her. This is a mass message. Now, research to warn others. A law to allow execution of Christians and non-Jews in America was passed in 1991. Now, we already know about that. Moving on, Sunset Angel. If we stop the New World Order, do you think we can restore relationships with Russia and China? Like our relationships with Japan, Australia, and others. Sorry. I've been working in a lot of dust. Today was the last day of that job, too, so I'm home for the rest of the day. If anyone has any letters or anything you want to contact me with, let me know. Yes, I do think we can resume alliances, but not alliances in the way that contracts are made. Alliances in the way peace is made. Alliances in the way that they were our friends some years ago, and alliances in the way that trade and established negotiations can be made. Now, moving on, small axe to arm. Uh, I too have been thinking about starting a new Continental Congress of the people. Please keep me in touch of your progress. Well, the progress is if we don't if I don't sell enough to fund the money or even pay for the eBay listings, then probably there's a good chance that I'm going to have to go grassroots. So it's going to take even longer. So by the time they're done with the New World Order, I'll almost have the Continental Congress established at that point, and most likely be dead and have a legacy in some stupid statue standing in the middle of somewhere with my dumbass standing there. Okay, now that's the same person I sort of think of as a, you know, alliances are unconstitutional, my friend, and you're right. But trade alliances are not. And even our continental brothers had French allies to help us to bring about arms, to bring about tanks, well, battleships, warships, guns, bullets, the things that were needed to create a peaceful resolve. And just the threat of can make another side stand down. When you have two people that are equal in strength, then it's easier to do a little saber rattling and a bit of ambassadorial work in order to bring about peace than it is to have one little group here against an army here and smash, and another one here and smash. And it's like playing a bad game of Risk. Diplomacy is what's called for here, and I think that we can bring it about. Now, Scarf Dogfish, first I would like first I would like to say I've been following your videos pretty much since I joined, and I agree follow with most of it. All of it you say in your cause, since I've been trying to find others that are on the same path. It's hard to find us. We're hard to find. Now, if you want to say one thing, Medusa, you're right. I do talk about men in this superiority role, and I don't mean to, but when I look to the forefathers, I mean, when I'm referencing things and I'm trying to ponder these things all the way through, I return to some of the forefathers' statements, some of the things that they had to say. And you have to remember that Cynthia McKinney is one of my top choices. If Ron Paul runs, I can let go of his abortion right, but what I can't let go of is his American birthright. That means he can deny anyone who's born within the continental United States their citizenship, which means every infant will have to fight to earn its citizenship until it's an adult. And that's your child on the way and another person's child on the way. And in the event of the New World Order, they can deny your birthright in the North American continent, period. And then turn around and say, well, what have you done for America to make it great, as you say? And what kind of loyalty do you have? And then you become a refugee. The New World Order will create American refugees. But when I talk about men in the third, it's talking about our forefathers. They were men, and it's not meant to be sexist. Yeah, I have a minute or so. It's not meant to be sexist. It's just back in those days, women were property. And in my first Continental Congress, I announced men and women in my own defense. But I do believe that women are good public relations people, and I do believe that all of us together, men and women, young people and old alike, can all come together with this resolve and to help bring about change. So that wraps up this segment on mail in my box, and I'm going to delete it all now. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.